of China. There she is on the right, obviously, Efren Reyes. So great Efren Reyes, Anthony, on the left-hand side. The winner of the first leg here in Ho Chi Minh City. Didn't do quite as well in the second leg in Bangkok. Also won by Gallego of the Philippines. So just about ready to start here. And, well, what can you say about the great Efren Reyes, Anthony?
Well, he's been very sharp this year. Obviously, he had laser surgery to begin this year, and so he's feeling really comfortable about this particular campaign, though that wasn't the best of lags that he and his opponent had, but nonetheless, he gets the first break.
And the one rolls down very quickly. Two bumps up against that side rail, so Efren will continue. How did she start to play? Well, her father owned a billiard club, Anthony, and that's how she got involved with the sport.
Look at that shot there from Efren, showing his stuff early on here.
Now, this is an exhibition sort of match, and we do have two groups of three. Reyes, along with Peng, will match up with Zhu Ming from China. Zhu Ming, by the way, is also the Chinese national coach and also a member of the San Miguel Asian 9-Ball Tour. Group 2 features Francisco Bustamante from the Philippines and the reigning world pool champion Wu Chia-ching from Chinese Taipei, and also Li He-wing of Hong Kong, who was a runner in the Philippines, and the reigning world pool champion Wu Chia-ching from Chinese Taipei, and also Li He-wing of Hong Kong, who was a runner-up, by the way, in the Ho Chi Minh leg of the San Miguel Asian 9-Ball tournament. So Efren Reyes making short work of this right away, Anthony.
Well, he looks so comfortable. You can see exactly he went through the break, got 3 balls down, and even had an exhibition with that too before finishing things up here.
All right, so not very much to say as far as the lags went, but the young lady right there from China, not even able to get off her seat, so Reyes jumps off to the 1-0 lead. Now, there's a race to 7 in this exhibition. And, of course, the winner of each group will go to the finals. So here we are, second break. And I guess you win the break, or you win the rack, and then you break again. So a little bit different rules than we have in the normal tour, where we have alternating breaks. Off of her chair, a very lovely young lady, photogenic to be sure. But the steel behind those looks. 2005 38th All-Japan Open. She was a champion there. 2004 World Women's 9-Ball Championship. She finished 3rd. Of course, the 2003 Asian champion and the 2002, way back then, the Osaka Open champion. All this at the tender age of 24 years. So a lot to be proud of, and relatively young in her career. She goes for the push. And the push out is an option given to the player who, after the break, may elect to go for a ball, and she gives the ball right back to Efren, and that proves to be a mistake right there. Efren pots the #1 ball.
And you know, Chuck, a lot of times when you play against someone like Efren, you have to be able to come up with really difficult options. The problem is Efren has actually been there, done that, seen everything. And so I don't think there's one situation or a particular spot you can put him wherein he'll be baffled.
Well, he's 51 years old, almost 52 actually, and has played around the world. It's all types of competition, so you are absolutely right, Anthony. There's not much that he has not seen in his long, illustrious career.
At the same time, when you play these guys who are supposedly world champions, you have to be able to come up with the same kind of experience that they have. People can actually pot the ball. There's no problem. There's no question with that. This lovely lady here, being the champion as well, can pot the balls. But when it comes to positioning, such as this one, well, she's showing us that, yes, she deserves to be playing Efren.
Yeah, and you can see what she's doing here as she plays a safety. The official pool table of this Guangzhou exhibition, and in fact for the entire San Miguel Asian 9-Ball Tour, is the Brunswick table. Ewan Simonis tabletop. We will be mentioning our sponsors throughout this little exhibition here from Guangzhou, China. Next up, we will be in Kaohsiung. That will be August 4th, 5th, and 6th, and Anthony and I will be along with you for the 3rd leg, and culminating the 15th, 16th, and 17th in September in Jakarta. The last leg of the San Miguel Asian 9-Ball Tour for 2006. The official pool ball here, by the way, Aramoth, and there's not a pool hall in the world probably that doesn't use Aramoth pool balls these days. That would include this new type cue ball, Anthony, with the dots on it, and the players rave about it, saying it really helps them pinpoint their shots better, and fans like it. So it has become a staple of the San Miguel Asian 9-ball tour.
Well, now we're finally seeing Pan get to work here after that missed opportunity from Efren. Well, that was really none of his doing. That was actually forced upon him by the great safety played here by Pan.
Remember, this is a race to 7. Pang lining it up. See what's on the cards here. Looks like she's going for this combination right away, Anthony.
Well, it looks like it is lined up for her. And she does knock it down.
So 1-1 just like that. Playing the combination. There's what set it up. The 3, now the 4 off of the 9 for the win in the second rack. So she will break. Reyes leads 2-1 now. And, jumping ahead just a little bit. Reyes to break here in rack number 4. And a slim 2-1 lead. He gets it to drop like the 7-ball. The top left-hand corner.
Well, the main reason why he's not pleased is the fact that he doesn't have a legitimate shot on the next ball, which is the 1. Look at it cuddling up there. So he did knock down the 7. He stays on the table.
That's a brilliant shot on the 1.
Look out, though. Oh, he's good.
So he gets a little kiss off that side rail, bumping out just enough to see the 2. This exhibition on in earnest here.
Foul.
There's a foul by Efren as he scratches. So that'll bring Ponbach to the table. Overall leader in the San Miguel Asian 9-ball tour since 2003, its inception, as you look at that shot again, is the man you're looking at right now, Efren Reyes.
Well, he has definitely dominated the sport, this part of the world. And he's feared the world over.
Oh, he is. So Reyes was the overall leader in 2003, 2004, and 2005. Yang Chen Chun of Chinese Taipei took over the mantle, and right now, Efren, of course, winning the inaugural leg in Ho Chi Minh City. Ramil Gallego from the Philippines winning in Bangkok. So we're at the midway stages here. It's a perfect time to bring on the exhibition here in Guangzhou. It's Pon lining up the 3.
This one should be no problem for her. Looking to tie things up with Efren, and it's very difficult to stay in step with the magician with all the talent that he brings to the match. And right now, she's doing that.
Of course, we saw that second racker taking advantage of that beautiful safety. Some nice little triangle setting up pretty for her now. And what a thrill it must be for her to play one of her, I'm sure, idols. Although she, she lists in her bio, Anthony, one of her idols, Earl Strickland. We saw Earl, and I'm sure we will see him again in Manila. The World Championships will take place in November. So let's see if she can finish it off, and she does in style. So the lady coming back, and we're going to come back after a break in just a moment. There's the 8 and 9 going down. We'll be right back in just a moment. So welcome back. Efren Reyes here to break. He leads 4-2 in this race to 7. Now, winner breaks. This is quite a contrast to what we have in the normal Asian 9-ball tour competition, where they use alternating breaks. You can see Efren, nothing for competition where they use alternating breaks. You can see Efren, nothing doing here for him in the 7th rack.
He actually put a little bit more juice into that one, but he's a bit comfortable sitting on a seat because he knows there's no direct shot at the 1. That's going to pose some problems here for Pan.
Right now, in fact, it is 3-3. So Pang with the advantage. The table at her disposal at the moment. So see what she does with it. Deliberating a lot. She will traverse the table back and forth.
Going for the push now. I was actually wondering why she was trying to line up that spot.
If you explain to the fans what that push shot means, Anthony, and
Well, once again, the push is given to the, excuse me, is given to the player who is on the table. No shot was dropped. And look at this Efren coming up with this shot even before I was able to explain about that push shot.
out of nowhere, look at this combination off the one.
And once again, that is again inexperience as far as Pan is concerned in setting up the push shot.
Well, that's 2 times she has been burned on that, Anthony. Remember the first rack she tried that with no shot at the one. Left a tiny, tiny opening, and Reyes ran away with it. So now jumping ahead a little bit here.
There's some movement on the 9. Watch the 9.
Oh, boy.
Watch it again. Look at this break. She's got some power there.
Yeah, she does. 9 ball is, in fact, moving around. So good-looking spread on the table for Pong at the minute. She trails Reyes 4-3. No problem there. Probably brought it back a little bit more than she would have wanted to. You can see the blue 2 there.
Well, at this point, Chuck, she knows she cannot make any more mistakes.
Well, that was a pretty severe mistake there for her. You can see where the cue ball sits. She didn't want to draw it down that far. So she will ask for the bridge. And no problem. Now let's see if she can bring it out far enough for that 3. You see the red 3 fairly close to that left-hand rail on your monitor. Now, if she can just somehow slide this in, the rest of the table looks pretty good for her. Important thing is to keep the head down. Oh, yes. Great shot.
Well, she did come into contact with that 5, which she didn't want to, but nonetheless, it looks like she's still okay.
Okay, you can see the cue ball. One thing she probably didn't want to do is leave that cue ball so close to that top hand rail. Just trying to see if she can slide it in on that left-hand side.
Well, if she's going to try to do that, she'll be going for the combination.
Yeah.
She might be better served by trying to hit that towards the corner, though. We can see the cue ball is right there on the rail, which makes this very difficult. Look at that cueing position she's got.
So she jacks up a little bit. And let's see what she can do with this combination here. Oh, yes. Beautiful shot. Borrowing a page from Efren Reyes there.
That was a fantastic billiard.
Oh. Getting the 5 to slide up top, getting the cue ball to take the action off the left-hand side, bang against the 9 as we watch it again. And there you have it. So Pong evening things up at 4 here in Guangzhou. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's Efren Reyes getting ready to break here. And in fact, it is alternate breaking. So 4-4 is your score. Efren sauntering away from the table. Pong with a brilliant combination in that last game.
Well, if Efren thought this was going to be a walk in the park, he knows now he's in a dogfight.
Certainly is. Oh, nice job with the left hand from Efren there.
I'm not sure he expected this much resistance from Pan. Well, Reyes, of course, here today has not been as sharp as we normally see him. But nonetheless, the talent that he brings and the expertise and the experience, Not too many people thought this was going to be this close.
No, I mean 4-4. That's all Pong could have hoped for. Going against arguably one of the greatest living players in the world today. Efren looks like he's sporting a little goatee here, Anthony. He didn't have that last time we saw him in Bangkok.
Oh, he had. Trying to go with a new look here and there, huh, Chuck?
Even at his age, huh? Making short work of this rack.
I think he says that, you know, I've got to buckle down to business because this lady is here to win.
And rather easy shot here at the 9 to wrap it up. And that's exactly what Efren does. So 5-4 lead as we see how he did. That was the key shot right there, pulling that 6 off the rail. The form that has made Efren the 5-4 leader. And I'll tell you, we're trying to get a sense of this racking sequence here. So Efren, as we said at the initial part of this program, that winner will break. You have gone back and forth on that format several times now. So Efren here to break at 5-4. He leads. Rather panoramic view of the balls on the table. And look at that 1. Or check that, the 9. Panoramic view of the balls on the table. And look at that 1. Or check that, the 9. Oh, nice shot. Somehow getting to the inside of that 4.
But of course his biggest problem really, Chuck, was coming up with potting that shot, but coming up with a decent look at the 2. Right now he doesn't have the best of looks. But he knocks it down just the same, and the 7 for good measure.
That's just brilliant stuff by Efren.
Of course, the 7 was really actually just a bonus. And now he's got pretty good position on that 3.
Brings it cross town.
That brings a smattering of applause.
It does, and it might just mean also a 6-4 lead for Efren Reyes here. The table looking pretty good for him. Remember, the first to 7, this race to 7. Reyes pots the 5 easily in. An easy lineup for the 6 and 7 here, and this ought to do it.
He just makes it look so easy, huh, Chuck?
Yeah. So this, to go to the hill in the 6-4 lead here in Guangzhou. San Miguel Asian 9-ball tour exhibition. The great Efren Reyes going up against Pang Xiaoting, Chinese ladies champion, in the 6-5 lead now for Efren.
Well, you called it right, on the hill, and he just needs 1 more to knock out Pan, and it hasn't been easy. He's had to come up with good stuff here and there.
That's right. You know, even though it is an exhibition, the name sort of implies that it's a little bit more relaxed, but obviously Pang has come here to win. She's down 1 break, 6-5, and she will do the honors here. So alternating breaks.
She needs a good break here. She needs to stay in step here with Efren. But of course, the goal goes back down to that lag. If it's a break and run out here for Pan, still 1 more opportunity for Efren.
You can see how close that 1 was to going down. And just catches the left jaw of that side pocket. Check it out again. Here's the break. There it is. Oh, slimmest of margins. So Efren will get a nice look at the table. Great lead.
And that slim margin you were talking about, Chuck, I think will mean the difference between actually coming up with a 6-all count and Efren moving on with a win here. table is pretty spread out here.
Yeah, lots of spacing here for him. We could be looking at a run right here to end it.
This is definitely not a difficult layout, especially for someone of the caliber of Efren. A lot of the balls right there at the mouth of the pocket. This is going to be elementary stuff here for the magician. But make no mistake about it, Chuck. He went through a lot just to get through this win.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, 7-5, nothing for Pong to be ashamed of at all. And she'll have another kick at the can. And hope that Zhu Ming can do something with Efren. So, basically just a formality right now for Efren Reyes as he will take the inaugural match here in Guangzhou in this exhibition. And he will indeed defeat Xiaoting of China, the Chinese ladies champion, 7-5. Beautiful match. So Reyes victorious, and he will move on. We'll be right back.